Okay, let me make sure I'm in the right space. Hi, hi, hi. There I am. Okay, welcome, ladies. This is a free masterclass. I do these every so often based on inspiration of what I am going through in my life, what my clients or my mastermind clients are going through. Today is going to be, I try to keep all of my trainings short and sweet and powerful because I know time is so valuable. If you are watching this, please let me know you're catching the replay with the hashtag replay. And at the end, there is a huge opportunity for anybody who watches this whole masterclass to participate in a free coaching group that's going to happen to continue all of this. All the goodness that you're going to learn in this gets to continue. So I'm going to be bringing in 10 women into the unlocked container where you're going to receive one-on-one coaching from me within this group to really implement and shift all the things that we come up in today's masterclass. If you're new to me, my name is Rachel Liu. I am a dream life and business activation coach. I've been doing this for many, many, many years. This is my passion. I believe that as women and driven women, business women, we get to be the foundation of our life. And when we take care of ourselves in all the ways, mind, body, soul, then the business and everything we desire to experience gets to flow out of us versus burnout and all the nasty things that can happen. Okay, so today's masterclass is called Unlocked. Love and allow all the versions of you. So I was inspired to create this masterclass a couple of weeks ago, and it's always very interesting that no matter where the inspiration came from, how it's all like how many things have happened to me to anchor in exactly what it is I'm meant to speak to you today. I don't really plan things ahead. I go with inspiration, I go with intuition. And it was so very interesting that today I was sitting in my sauna. This is a brand new sauna to me, and I was sitting in there in the silence, sweating a whole bunch, reflecting on what is going on in my life, what I'm experiencing, what I'm feeling. And it's so cool that I was able to, it just clicked right in that I am unlocking my next level of myself, right? I am doing new things. Putting myself in new situations. I'm exposing myself to new people, and I am unlocking myself. And that is truly what we are all wanting to do when we're wanting to up level, when we're wanting to grow ourselves and our business, is we want to basically not just up level ourselves, but shift the way we're showing up. And I realized that I've made a lot of different changes in my life. And when when it goes into all of a sudden you see yourself embodying these things as your truth, that I get in my sauna every day, I drink my celery water every day, my celery juice, I do my workout every day. It's like, wow, this is who I am, this is my next level. So unlocked, this whole concept of unlocked is about believing that she's already in there. The next level you, this dream life you, this peace you want to experience, this life you want to experience, whatever word that you connect with, it's already inside of you. I know so many of us have already exhausted, you've probably learned this lesson where you've exhausted yourself by chasing and going after all the things outside of yourself, looking for that. How we want to feel safe is to receive the validation, to receive the confirmation, to receive somebody saying, yes, okay, that makes sense. Yes, you should do that. Um, so it's about allowing it to come from within. Okay. So there are many roles that you play currently, whether or not you are a mom, a businesswoman, a partner, a wife, sister, mother, daughter, all the things, right? Friend. But there's also so many parts of you from your past, experiences, good and bad, ones where we feel like maybe we failed, ones where we celebrate, ones where we got a little lost, one times got a little dark, ones where it's like, oh my gosh, I wish I could go back to that time because it was so awesome. There's all of that. And then for those of us who are on this like growth journey, we're very aware that there's pieces of us, future us, right? That we know we get to have, that this we get to have more, we get to experience more. We know she's in there, right? Like she's out there. So to me, this is a case of like, how can we be in this moment right now, have unlock the empowered story that we can tell ourselves about the past, how we can unlock this truth that is right now, and then how can we unlock the blocks that keep us from being this future self. Okay. So there's the three versions, and these three versions are constantly intertwining, right? They're constantly connecting. There's constantly days where I'm sure you feel like, oh, I know she's in there. Oh, I want to be that. Or, oh, I'm so happy with where I am right now. Or, oh my gosh, the pain of the past. I just got off my mastermind, my Dream Life Entrepreneur Mastermind, and one of the women in the group was being triggered by something that was happening. The fear that she was experiencing was connecting her to her past self, where she was in a not as nice of a relationship, and she was told all the time that she was unworthy, not good enough, all of those things. So within this moment right now, the fear that she was feeling about her business triggered that feeling from the past. So it's in that moment of, okay, I'm going to feel this because I'm human, but what do I want to anchor in as my truth? Do I want to allow the unworthiness, the fact that fear takes over, the fact that, I'm not good enough, that I'm falling backwards, or do I want to take it as an opportunity and this as my truth to anchor in that I have shifted. I am brilliant. I have adapted. What has happened? What do I get to shift and change? What do I get to do in response to that? To one, behave differently than you did in the past, but also two, to allow that past to have served you. And in doing so, you're connecting yourself with your future. So this is the constant of deciding, okay, things living in the now, being triggered and things feeling from the past, rewiring the story so that they align with where you want to go in the future. Um, so I'm curious, how many of you right now can feel like this this person inside of you, this that the you inside all the roles that you play? I mean, on any day, I know you are juggling so much. So, but the you inside there, is she screaming at you? Have you heard her? Have you had that moment where you're just burst into tears because you're just so frustrated or gotten so angry at something you don't even know why you're angry? Like it's she's calling in there, right? Okay, and now is the time to listen. Now's the time to listen. So things from our past play into obviously now, and it how often, and it's so much easier. Thanks, Sophie. It's so easy for us to look at the past and see it in the negative light because we know we aren't where we want to go yet, and so we're like, well, you make yourself wrong. You make yourself not intelligent enough. You make yourself not abundant enough. We make ourselves wrong on so many levels. Whether or not it's a relationship that didn't work out, or a time that you yelled at your child too much, or a job that you got fired from. Okay, we are. You've helped me a lot with seeing the possibility of what could happen versus what's happening. Yes, and in each moment, right, Sophie, anchoring in. Okay, this is the past way of thinking, but what do I want to anchor into my truth? How can I connect to this future version of myself, the one that I desire to unlock and, you know, experience? So it's very natural, like, for us to look at our past, and instead of celebrating it, we tend to look at where we didn't do enough, we didn't push enough, where we failed, where we let ourselves down, where we spent more money than we should have, where all the different things. But what I want you to start to do is to go back and let's tell ourselves an empowered story from the past. Like an empowered story that actually uplifts us, that serves us, that we can now anchor in our truth around it to then connect and unlock this future self that we know is all inside of her, inside of here. She's deep down in there, but she is in there. All of the parts of you that you're experiencing now and in the past, it's all served you. Like every experience has served you. Everything has the opportunity. But I think what happens is there's so many different pieces to you, parts of who you are, that some of them trump other ones. Some of them take over. And ultimately, the you that's inside, just the basic you as a human being born into this world, she gets neglected, right? Like if you look at our children, if you're a mom, the any little baby you look at, you can just see how beautiful and innocent, and they just come out shining. And over the course of time, their light gets dimmed until they're caught up in the rules and programming and situations that we put ourselves into as adults. You are here because you are unique, you are brilliant, you are an expanded mindset, and you're here to grow. That means that you get to go back into your life and begin to see how The story you're telling yourself might not actually be the truth. The story you're telling yourself is based on what you think you're supposed to believe around things. So I'm gonna give gosh, let me give an example. Um, we lived in New York, okay? We lived in Buffalo, New York. We lost a business while we were there. It was not the easiest of times. We were there for 4 years. Many people would look at me and be like, "Oh, I bet you're, regret going up there, or I bet you wish you never would have gone up there." And I have never seen it in that way. The people I connected with, the life that I stepped into, the holistic approach to living that I took on because I was exposed into situations, into people, in a village and a community, like I see it as so serving of me. So there's nothing wrong. Now, many people would make themselves wrong about it. And anytime I'd get triggered about it, I'd be like, oh my gosh, I can't believe we did that. But instead, it's more like, yeah, no, it's exactly where we needed to be in order to become the person I am right now. And in my truth, I anchor in the celebration of all that we did, and also just see that it was serving. It was beautiful. There's no negative energy around it. Okay, so everything serves us in some way. So the big questions that we get to ask ourselves, and if you're watching this, hi Carla. If you're watching this and you desire to take this further, don't forget I'm going to be bringing 10 women on who have all watched this whole masterclass. I'm not going to make it too long. And we're going to do the action steps together in a group chat for 10 days beyond today, um, to really go into these 3 questions that I'm going to pose for you right now. Okay. Let me make sure I'm going in order here. Here's a big one. This is not even one of the 3 questions, but this is a big one. How can you allow all the parts of you to have a voice? Right? I'm going to circle that in my own notes because I feel like that's where I was going with this. There's all these parts to us, but some of them scream louder and get taken care of more than the parts that probably need it the most. It's almost like, you know, the problem gets the attention versus the solution sometimes, or the children that are acting all crazy get the attention versus the one that's well behaved and sitting and being calm. The roles that get all the attention are the ones that probably the business one, the mom one, the parent one, the ones that are going to have outside forces pushing you to take care of me, take care of me, take care of me. They're also the ones that sometimes we go after because we start to feel safe because we see the validation. We can see the shifts. We can see, yes, we can see the changes. It's accepted. It's like, okay, well, when I do this, I experience this. This person says, good job, and I feel good. Okay, when I take care of my kids, they're fed. Okay, I feel like a good mom. Check that off the list. Okay, when I have a clean house, I feel like, well, all the things. So all those roles take over because it's screaming at you and they're in your face, and we are conditioned to believe that we must take care of those things first. But when I go back to this question, how can you allow all the parts of you to have a voice? Some of the most important parts are the parts that you're not listening to at all right now because we're so caught up in the past stories, the pressures to be and to create the safe space by getting the external, confirmation, and just habitually showing up the same way. So, in order to unlock yourself, unlock all the pieces of you, to love and honor and nourish them, to be able to then know that you're unlocking this future self that is calling from within, we really get to start to step back and look at where our attention is going, what voices we're not giving attention to, what's screaming at us, what do we get to process or feel or do or remove or add in, what do we get to rewire, or where do we get to calm down more, or where can we let our heart speak a little bit more. That's that inner peace. If you've heard me talk on any of my other master classes, which I have a whole vault for, if you ever join my mastermind, you will get access to those. I actually have a package where you can get to the vault. So if you're interested in that, I'll put the link in the comments. But the head over the heart. So we are so conditioned and to believe in the head being the primary, being what I should listen to because it's accepted, because everybody makes sense. I should go to college to get a 9 to 5, to be married, to have the house, whatever. Versus I don't go. I trust my gut. I create my own business. I'm spiritually connected and it brings me joy. Pick your own, but there's an example right there. Okay, Sophie says, by allowing myself to feel all that I feel instead of suppressing them, listen to what it is trying to tell me, connect with it more and deeper. Yes, and not making yourself wrong, not making it mean too much, not making it be bigger than it needs to be, like just letting it be a piece of your story. And it's like almost like your job. Thank you, Carla. Your job is like to connect all of the pieces, like to connect all of the evidence that you're collecting as to like who you are and what you're meant to be doing and what you get to be doing and connecting with your passion and everything. Okay. So then here's the next question. Again, these are not the three big questions. I'll get to those. How can you learn to listen to the parts of you that aren't always accepted and logical? Right? That's the part of you that is not being heard, that is being squashed down because it's not accepted and it's not logical. But I bet you when you listen to her, she most likely has all of the answers. She has your truth. So when you're picturing things, you're living your life in this moment right now, something happens, you connect to a story from the past, you bring that story to this current moment, you feel it for a moment, you feel the pain of a divorce, of a past job that you were fired from, of the pain, anything. You bring it to your truth right now, and you have in this moment right now this huge power to unlock the pieces of you that have been squashed down based on that story. So you get to ask yourself, okay, I feel my pain, I see it. It's not that I'm going to pretend it didn't exist. It's not like I'm going to just avoid thinking about it, feeling it, because sometimes that's really hard. But what I want to do right now is be like, okay, what do I want to anchor in as my truth? How do I want to tell myself this story? What can I do to, how can I make this story empowering so it actually is serving, that it actually uplifts me, that it actually makes me feel brilliant and amazing and successful and peaceful and all the things that I know I desire to experience so that I can continue unlocking myself. Because the opposite is when the story comes up and it presents itself and it comes to you and you tell yourself the same stuff, you stay stuck, you stay locked up, you stay in the same role. Nothing gets to be new experience, nothing gets to happen, nothing gets to shift. And that voice is still going to be calling, probably screaming at you, we want more, we're here for more, we want to experience more. She's going to be continued to be squashed down in there. And what this is really about, I mean, here's the next question. How can you create a space for all the parts of you to come together? So, all these parts, all these roles, the past you, the present you, the future you, how can we make a space for all of them to come into one being, to be honored and loved, to be celebrated, to be seen, for all of them to feel safe and like they have a space in your life, in your story, in this empowered story you get to tell you yourself, so that everything gets to be seen and loved. Like, I mean, that's what we're all searching for, love and connection. In relationships, in business, within ourselves, we all want love and connection. Um, Okay, so here are the three. I don't want to make this too long. Sorry, I'm recovering from a cold. Here are the three questions, and I'll type them out. And then these are the questions that the 10 ladies who come into this 10-day um, unlocked container, I don't want to call it a container, unlocked group experience here we're going to do. It's free, it's complimentary, it's going to take this to the next level. These are the three questions we're going to be working on. Okay, how can you, no, not that one. Okay, some parts of you are from the past. How can you unlock your empowered story? Okay, so we're going to write an empowered story. Number two, some parts are deep inside. They're in the current reality. How can you unlock your truth? That's number two. And number three, some parts of you we know are evolving. They're coming to you in the future. You can hear them. How can you unlock the blocks that keep you from her? Okay, gotta stay hydrated. Yes. So those are the three questions that we are going to take this masterclass to the next level by. I'm going to pull in 10 women to come into a group chat where for 10 days, we're going to go all in on these questions together. We're going to inspire each other. We're going to just go back and forth. You love these questions. Thank you. We're going to just really go all in on these questions. How amazing that's going to be, right? For these 10 women to come together. This is completely free. This is what I feel called to offer for these women to come in and to see and honor each other's stories too. Like this is going to be powerful. So all I ask for you to participate is to have watched this whole audio, this whole masterclass. I'm keeping it. We're at 20 minutes right now. Hashtag replay. I'm going to do another post. I'm going to put these questions in the comments, Sophie and Carla. And then we'll probably start that 10-day process later this week. I'm going to give like maybe 48 hours for women who want to catch up on this to catch up on this. Yes. So ultimately, ladies, what I want you to walk away from this experience right now is just with these words. You get to love who you've been. You get to love who you are now. And you get to love who you are becoming. And that is what creates the most powerful, amazing, brilliant, successful, peaceful, loving, all the things we want, woman, that we desire to experience, to share, to embody, all of the things. Okay, so that is it. If you're interested, again, comment, replay, comment that you're interested. I'm going to be doing more posts about this, but again, we're going to take this to the next level with those 3 questions. And if you desire one-on-one support, I'm always offering my 48-hour free 48-hour Dream Life Entrepreneur Experience. So beautiful, so much passion. Yes. Thank you for feeling me, Carla. Okay, until next time, beautiful ladies. I'll see you later. Bye, Carla and Sophie. Thank you for being here. It's always so beautiful to exchange energy with humans live. So thank you very much for that. Interested, Carla. Beautiful. Okay, until next time, much love and happiness. Bye-bye.